Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, and I am recording this one live on Twitch. And this is a sequel to another one of my videos, which on YouTube is called The Empire Strikes Back, a theoretical conflict between Britain and the United States occurring in the 1920s. And the British are responding by sending an invasion force towards the Philippines. However, the Americans are aware of this because they've decoded the British naval codes. So they've sent an intercepting force. So I have to design a battlecruiser and I have to protect these transports. Now, we've got a good question in the Twitch chat. Speaking of Twitch chat, Mr. Shaw asks, how does funnel interference work? Now, I have actually done a full-on video on that if you look for my Shipbuilding 101 series, but the basics of it are, if you plop down a tower, doesn't matter which one, say this one and this one, that will give you a certain amount of smoke interference. You can see it here on the right, although it's hard to get. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you see here your smoke interference stat, currently at minus 87.5. You can change that by changing the fuel type. That's pretty much it. So it changes to minus 70, and then your funnels have a plus value. So this one's plus 55. If I put two of those down, I'll have a positive smoke interference of 40, which results in a minus 12% base accuracy. So basically you want to keep smoke interference as close to 0 as possible, which gives you no penalty to your accuracy, but if it's negative, then there's no benefit. So you want it as close to 0 as possible. So this is not a slow convoy. I think the point of this was to strike hard and fast, land an invasion force quickly with surprise, which hasn't worked. But that's not our problem. Oh, lightning storms. Good God. No, none of that. No, thank you. Yeah, I like this battlecruiser hull as well, the 5, which is the hood style one. Can be a little tricky to balance. Right, let's have a look at what towers we have available. Stats are all much of a muchness. Yeah, they're all very similar, so I'm going to go for the cheap and light one. And then secondary towers. Stats, there's a big jump to the moderns. I think possibly the 1. It does mean I have to use a deck funnel though, if I do that. Right, 65 smoke. So basically 1 tall funnel, 8. Another way of doing it? Possibly. Could go for 2 tall funnel ones. See if that actually works. Take up more space, of course. Yeah, potentially that gets me 90. Yeah, that is better. Deck space though gets pretty limited pretty fast. We'll see. Yeah. This hull always has too much space at the back. All right. Gun-wise, what do we get? 16's probably my best bet. I could go for a slightly unusual build, given how this ship is kind of put together. And that's, instead of an ABX, going for an AXY. Yeah, that could work. Tall. Yeah, the tall works. Oh, that's a massive full weight offset. Yeah, somewhere around there. So we've got plenty of firepower, even though it's a little bit weird. Why don't I use a mixture of triples and duals? So the reason that I don't do that is not because I don't like them. I think they look pretty cool. Same as the KG5 mix of quads and duals. I think they're a really interesting idea. Yes. The problem is the way the game handles them. So what the game will try and do is... I never use these. I think they look a bit weird. Is it doesn't share ammunition or targeting information if you do that. So at the moment, the game really kind of disincentivizes you from going for that approach. Let's take a couple of 6-inch guns on, just for a little bit of anti-cruiser firepower, and the obligatory 2-inch guns. But we don't have a lot of firepower on this thing. We're mainly dealing with the 16-inch guns, although that's quite a lot of firepower for a battlecruiser, more than I would normally put on. Okay, let's get the rest of the ship built. Now then, it is a British battlecruiser, so we're going to want very long range on this thing. We're going to want better boilers than that. Ooh, balanced. Okay, balanced would let me go at 34 knots. That is a fast ship. Very fast for the era. I like it. Let's go for an Orcs diesel. Definitely want to bring torpedo protection. Radar systems. Probably want a radio as well. Firepower wise, high TNT is tempting, but I think I'd rather have tube powder super heavies, because I don't know what kind of battleships they're going to bring. I'd like at least semi-auto loaders and advanced hydraulic turrets, and I'm overweight. Okay, I probably don't need to go at 34 knots. Let's go down to induced and slow up just a little bit. 33. And I have no weight at all. I was going to go on a natural boiler. Not very fast at all. Okay, so it does have to be induced. 30 knots would be fine. That's the same as Renown Repulse. That's a thing. Okay, could drop the torpedo belt a little bit. There we go. Armor wise, it'd be nice to get these rounded off. But that armor is poor. But that is very poor. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to stick to my own guidelines, and I'm going to go down to dual guns. Okay, that limits my firepower, but gives me a lot more weight to play with. Can probably increase the speed as well if I want to, but I'd rather have some actually decent armour on this thing. On the turrets, can we get 6 on the turret tops? Deck armour. Ooh, pushing it. Tell you what, can we go for 5 and 2.5? Yes. And then armour on the tower. There we go. Got a little bit of an half-weight offset. There we go. Perfectly balanced. Under 60 million, which is not too bad. Thank you very much for the follow. Sloond. 15-inch triples. Yeah, maybe. But I like the 16s because they're the biggest Mark III guns I get. And I think the duals will be just about enough. Just about enough. Alright. What about a name, chat? What do we think for this thing? Built another backwards battlecruiser. Black Prince. We've got a famous ship called Black Prince. Although... it is kind of like a miniature Black Prince. Agincourt. Daring. Daring, I like that. I haven't done that. I haven't done a daring. Thank you very much to Desert Rats. Kohinoor. I like daring. Good name. Suits a battlecruiser as well. Obviously, at the moment, there is an HMS Daring, a Type 45. Alright, let's see what the AI brings to the party. Oh, it's a standard class. Or variant on it. Interesting. Okay. Right. Let's have a look at the cruisers. Mostly a gun cruiser. Useless gun cruiser. With minimum bulkheads. Right. What I think I'm going to have to do for the cruisers is just tell them to screen the Yara's division, this one, Division 6. And this is all going to be down to the Achilles and the Daring. Alright, split up. Let's head north. I know, there's something about ships like that. I like them. Let's have a quick look at the enemy while we can. Yeah, very much a standard style thing. Heavy cruisers, ooh, looking pretty nasty actually. Okay. This is a lot of work for us to do. Mr. Jordan, let's have a look. Not yet. I'm still working through the the old scenario submission stuff. So if you're watching this on YouTube, this is probably the first time I've mentioned it. You'll see a link in all my things saying come over to the Discord. That's still the case. You still have to kind of look on the Discord, but the way I'm handling them from there is slightly different now. So I have some to get through that were submitted a while ago, and then it's moving over to the new system. And I think your ones, Mr. Short, are on the... it's possible I've already recorded it as well. Well, we've got a multi-funnel design today. I just wish there were more options for the funnels. Like different models, because what I find a lot is, you know, there's only a few different options for the funnels anyway. Alright, the light cruisers, yeah, do seem to be just kind of mixing in with the transports. Good. Ah, there's our first hit. It's pretty good damage, actually. But I want you to come about, both of you. These things don't turn too badly either. Just in case there are any long-range torpedoes headed our way. Took our first hit in response, but I think it was from a heavy cruiser because it was a 9-inch shell. See if we can focus down this ship that's out in front. Ooh, nice hit. Is that a destroyer? It is. Probably slightly excessive to use 16-inch guns against a destroyer, but screw it. Oh, big hit. Lovely. And down it goes. Good. Daring Achilles. Job is to hold them off. Good hit. Oh, we have an ID. Okay, let's see. We've got the New Jersey and the Maryland. 36,000 tons. 40 millimeters. They're cheaper than my ships. 15-inch lyddite guns. Very, very nasty against transport. Slow as anything, though. Interesting. Good hit. No IDs on any of the lighter ships, but if they're content to stay behind with the battleships, I'm not going to complain. With those battleships being so slow, they're not going to have too much luck as convoy raiders, but they have been able to sneak up on us, so... Speed versus, well, firepower, I guess. Maryland, though. Oh, they only have few bulkheads. That could be an error on the AI's part. When will Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts be released? A question from Slund. I know it's slow-owned, but it looks like Slund to my dyslexic brain. It is out now. You can buy it. I do not have special access to the game. It is available to purchase directly from the developer's website. If you are meaning when will it come to Steam, my guess would be November... Oh, Flashfire! November 2021. That is a guess, however. Maryland's toast after that. That's what comes from Lyddite shells and a few more kids. Did they reinforce them? Yeah, they did. Okay. Fair enough. Still though, that, I think, its forward magazine basically blew out the front of the ship. Yeah, down she goes. Is linking to the official Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts Discord allowed, whether in Twitch chat or your own Discord? Yes, of course it is. I didn't even realise there was one. I should probably join it. Speed and power. Yes, exactly. Well, Lyddite 2 is not a bad choice. So, Lyddite 2 is an excellent choice if you are, for instance, trying to see transports, because it does a huge amount of additional damage, at the risk of your ship blowing up, of course. But I think the only bad ammo is cordite, and it's not the AI's fault if it picks cordite. The AI just picks the propellant at random, I think. Looks like we took out the cotton tower on New Jersey. I think that's more that cordite needs to be completely reworked so that it's viable. Because at the moment it really isn't. Looks like we've got a hit on the Wyoming. These cruisers... Oh, they have short-range torpedoes. Okay, so as long as I keep my distance... Especially considering how fucking slow they are. Jesus Christ, America. Stereotypes. My battlecruisers are faster than their destroyers. Okay. So the reason I don't like cordite at the moment in game is it's very similar to Lyddite in that it has all the same buffs, in that it gives you a damage buff in exchange for your ship more likely to go kablooey. But what I don't like about it is that the buffs are lower than Lyddite and the drawbacks are pretty much the same. So it's like, it's very similar to Lyddite, and if you're going for that, why wouldn't you just use Lyddite, which gives you the bigger bonus from it? Because you still get the drawback. Like, I don't get it. I would like it if it did something different, because at the moment there's no reason to use it over Lyddite. Or if you want a general round, you've got TNT and high TNT. If you want a good AP setup, you've got tube powder or even white powder. Yeah, don't get it. As a game option, obviously I understand its inclusion historically. It was very popular propellant type. Okay, New Jersey. Got some ominous holes. If we can get a flooding hit on the rear of the ship, or destroy a main gun, could be fatal. Another good hit. Yep, down goes the New Jersey. Lovely. Right. Well, definitely eliminating those heavy ships. Just the Wyoming left. Daring has taken a hit, but what's that from anyway? Probably a 15-inch gun. It's got the front two compartments flooded. Not sure if that's fixable or not. Tube powder super heavy is a really good choice. That's what I got today. Very, very punchy setup. High TNT is a better general round, so if you know you're going to be firing AP and HE, high TNT can be a bit better for that. Plus it gives you a little bit of a hull weight bonus, which is very nice. Yeah, tube powder is really nice. Come on, nail them. Oh yeah, that's good. A couple of big hits. Lots of flooding. Yeah, well, the problem with the American light ships is that they're slower. Maybe not than the Daring now, but at 30 knots, my ships, the only ships that are faster than me, are the destroyers by 1 knot. Which, you know, is not particularly impressive. I think the Cooper just got hit by a... No, 6-incher. It's fine. I thought it got hit by a 16 by accident. But no, that's the 6-inch guns causing a fair bit of damage. And the other problem they've got is they've got fast torpedoes, so they're going to have a real problem getting into effective range. Ooh! And there goes their last heavy gun. As the Wyoming gets exploded thanks to a hit to one of its turrets. Yeah, so now we can focus the 16-inch guns on the cruisers, which do have maximum bulkheads, so they could be a little bit irritating to sink, but like, we are easily able to head out of their torpedo range. The transports have already reached Manila by now. Transports are over there, making good their escape, escorted by the light cruisers. Ooh. Yeah. Maximum bulkheads doesn't help when you rip open half the ship. Oof. And 9-inch guns are going to have real trouble against the armourer scheme on these ships. I'm not even sure how much damage you've taken off. Yeah, so look at the difference between the 15s and the 9s. The 15s did nearly 400 damage to the Daring from 9 hits. The 9s, which have scored nearly 100 hits, have done less than 350 damage. So, yeah, they need to use their torpedoes if they want to do anything, but that's going to be tricky for them. Looks like the Huron is retreating a bit. Let's focus the main guns on the Montana for now. Oh, down goes the Huron. So that flooding was a little bit more terminal than I thought. Oh man, that sucks. Having a storm wrecking your Wi-Fi can happen. Oh, that was a big hit. Electrical storms, especially, will cause issues. Come on, Daring. I'm trouble scoring a hit. Accuracy's fine. There we go. Oh, there we go. Wait ages for a hit, and then 3 come at once. Montana taking very, very heavy damage there. Another big hit. Yeah, Montana goes down. Presumably we're targeting the Olympia next. Yeah, good. Achilles, come this way. Just get your guns back on target. I think Olympia is maneuvering around quite violently. Oh, another big hit. And another one. Down she goes. Lovely stuff. I know I'm pretty much using the AI's tactics against them, kiting away from the enemy, but it is working in this case. I have absolutely no interest in closing in to deal with those heavy cruisers. And if they're content to try and chase after me while I pick them off one by one, so much the better. Pretty much a worst case scenario for a heavy cruiser like that to come up against a ship like this. It can easily punch through. It's not terrible armour for a heavy cruiser, and is faster than it. And your own guns can do basically nothing. Alright, daring. Where's the convoy? It's over there. Right, daring. Head towards the convoy. Achilles. It's going to be your job to finish the job and provide cover for the daring. Big hits on the St. Louis. And down she goes. Okay, just destroyers left then. Halsey Powell's the only one we can see. But the others are there, I'm sure. See, only just starting to drift close to his torpedo range, and clipped him with a 16-inch shell and sinks immediately. Okay, northeast. Achilles, your job is to go hunting. Daring, you have to join up the convoy, which, aside from some minor issues, is fine. Yeah, those must be red sectors, because daring doesn't seem able to pump it out. Taking a bit of damage on the aft section as well, but other than that, she's alright. There's the next destroyer. The already damaged... oops. I was going to say decanter, but that's not right. Decatur. Sounds almost French. American watchers, you know the history of that name for a US destroyer? Decatur? Sounds like a French ship in US service. But sinks thanks to a 16-inch shell. Let's see now. Let's see if we can spot any others. Should get a little ping from the radar. Yeah, there we go. Have the damaged Cooper, which took a bunch of 6-inch shots earlier in the battle, I think. Yeah. He's pretty much dead in the water. Oh, it's a town in the Midwest. Alright. That makes sense. Thank you, John Craig. Yeah, just mopping up. There's just the Cooper and another... there's another destroyer somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Spotted both of them. Again, already damaged. The Rogers. Both of them took 6-inch shots from earlier in the battle. Oh. And yeah, Achilles performing mop-up, basically. That one there is dead in the water. Now more literally. Yeah, just a bit. Yeah, just the Cooper left. Actually look at this destroyer design very much. There's a lot of guns on it. Interesting design. But in this particular scenario, not a very successful one, I'm afraid. Enemy failing to get a single torpedo off. Six-inch shells coming in as well now, I think. No, not quite. Well, I'm starting to run low on ammunition on the 16-inch guns, but I'm sure we'll manage. Ban an in-game action using the main guns. Sure. We'll save the ammunition. Daring 2. I'm sure Achilles can manage. Well, it makes sense, you know. Want to make sure we've still got some ammunition left in case the Americans try any other sneak attacks. There we go. 6-inch guns opening up. Yeah, I need to save some for shore bombardment. Although, I'll be honest, I'd hate to see what a 16-inch shell does to a ground target. Well, it happened with Iowas and the like, of course. Hit. Of course, the problem the Cooper has is it's going to find it very difficult to maneuver its guns into position. I mean, not its guns, its torpedoes. There we go. Has fired them now. Unfortunately, the Achilles is equipped with a sonar 3. So we are well aware of that launch because of the fast torpedoes are really easy to spot. And down goes the Cooper. Lovely. Well, I think that was very successful. I look forward to a continuation King George III. Royal Navy absolutely proving more than a match for the US Navy in this particular scenario. Anyway, let me know what you thought of this battle in the comments and the ship, and I'll see all of you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye-bye.